Hi. I am going to try and do something here that's really hard for me to do. Um, I want to talk a little bit about something that I have been going through. It's getting better now. Um, when I got to the point where I was questioning whether or not I still wanted to do this, that meant, do I still want to be involved with life? I knew that I was in trouble. I knew too many things had come all crashing down, and I had to get a handle on it. Well, I don't know. I guess when you get to the point that I was at, where there was nothing good, like there was just zero. I've I was involved in a project that I had developed for a map of accessible birding locations, and I had gone ahead and revved right up and gotten into this thing and brought people into it and sort of pitched it, and it had started to go, and things were going to get going and on it, and I was very excited. Because one of the things that I care about the most is that people with disabilities have access to the outdoors, because it literally saved my life at one point. And so this was exciting to me, and I had found a group of people who were like all well and into it. And then things started to, well, people have lives, and things. The first person that I approached with it ended up getting another job, and I would, while Leona was pleased, like for him and what it would mean, because he's incredibly smart, and he's one of the most personable young people I have ever met. I wanted this birding map project to go like you would not believe. I was so excited when I took it to my friend and asked him if he was interested in doing it, and explaining what I wanted to do. And he had some fabulous ideas. He always has fabulous ideas. It's why I went to him. He is the kind of person that I can, if it makes any sense at all, I can feed off of what he says and go like, okay, and go like, because the way I tend to work is in big gulps of things, and I go from, okay, here's the beginning, here's the middle, here's the end, and then fill in the other stuff in between, judging by what other people have said. I love working that way, and he is terrific at that kind of stuff. And so I was like, okay, so now this is what I want to do, and you're sure you want to do this, and yes, and everything. And then it doesn't bother me that he got another job. What bothers me is that I didn't get to hear about it until it was a done thing. And we've never met personally. Understand that. I know this. We are sort of like online friends. So like his life, okay? And my life. And never the twain shall meet, really. Okay? And he's more than entitled to do things any old way he wants to. I get that. I know it. All right? And then to hear him say to me on the phone, Leona, I told you before I told anybody else once I knew, blah, 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 blah. It was like, smack. It really was. Like, I guess because he didn't know how much him being involved in this project meant to me. I was so sure that he was going to be the reason that it succeeded. I was going to be the push, okay, and the drive, but he was going to be the reason that it succeeded, regardless of who else got involved in it. And so I pushed him away, right? And I retreated into myself. And with my friend who had come up here, and we'd gone birding, and we'd done an Instagram together, and things like that, she wasn't available. She's got a very busy job, like a really busy job. And she has family, and she has friends that she does things with. And I, again, on some level, I understand all that. I get it. And there is this needy part of me that says, where's my time? Where's my, and it isn't right. And then I push. And I push, and I push, and I push. And I say stuff, and I'm angry all the time. And I put all of the emphasis on everything that's wrong and nothing that is right or fun or good about something. And then, so I'm pushing her away and going further back inside myself and lessening my impact on what's going on in a project that I really care about, with people that I actually like. And it ruined everything. I stepped all the way back, and also felt like I was being pushed out, and was hurt and yet angry and wanting to know how this project that I had envisioned and had babied and had developed and was going to happen. And everybody can say, well, we've taken it so much further. And yes, they have. That doesn't stop me from saying you wouldn't have had it if it weren't for me. And that's about as far as I'm willing to go with the standing up for myself part. Because the rest of it is about what friendship is, and not everybody believes the same as I do about that. I miss going birding. Where I'm not let's look at this bird, what type of shape of wings does it have, how are the coverts, is it male or female, and are we in breeding season, and there's all sorts of nifty stuff that you can find out about, and I look at it. I do. But I love the songs of birds, and I'll probably never get them right. Okay, if I have to identify them all, I know some, but not all of them. And I love to watch them play, because they do play. And it makes me calm. And that calmness was something that I got back in the last year of my dad's life, when Warwick came here from New Zealand and took me out again. Like, I got out. I was able to go and just be outside and not be anything other than just me, and listening and hearing and smelling heat. Do you know what heat smells like? When you're out in the middle of a field, or when you're by the water, and being able to see all the birds and hear them. And he would drive anywhere to show me things, and we'd go on these rides, places where I thought for sure we were going to drive off a cliff, but we never did. And I had been 10 years in looking after my dad and here with my mom, and you get busy doing that, and your world shrinks, and there wasn't a lot of me left. I was very much one focus. I was working, but this was the thing that I did. And had it not been for work coming here and giving me back my birds, I don't know where I'd be right now.
You're not supposed to be in here, so let you do a few more. Drilling.
My partner is not here. He's back in New Zealand, and I don't have that person that to lean on and to vent to. Not that he appreciates my venting, but all those things. And I just kept sinking and sinking and sinking. And I felt like I was being removed from this project, and my mom was very ill, and I was looking after her and watching lots of movies, and it was, and there was nothing I couldn't go birding, and I couldn't, and birding, it's important to me. It is the thing that gives me light. And it was just this, it was horrible. This, I couldn't feel any, and then they sent me, the group that I was with, working on this project, and another lady from the EDI of the birding group, this card with great sentiments on it, and I understood why it was there, and all I wanted to do was rip it into small pieces, all the while cursing every single one of them that had signed it, because I felt so horrible and lost and not knowing what my worth was. And I'm still having trouble with that. It's not as bad. But don't let anybody tell you that an invisible disability, no matter how temporary it is or how permanent it is not every bit as painful and angering and making you want to crawl into a hole somewhere as a visible disability. And don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't seek help for it, because you really do need help sometimes. Somebody to listen to you, if there's somebody that you trust, or if you feel like counseling would do it. I've done some counseling in order to try and understand what drives this in me, and also why I push people backwards. I'd like to understand that more. And I never want to go back as deep as I was. Never. But I will tell you again that it's not a nice place to be, and if you think it can't happen to you, you're wrong. It can. And there's no shame in getting some help if you need it. And I hope I haven't gone on too long here. I'm going to stop now. But this is a part of advocating for disabilities that I hadn't considered. And so I'm advocating for myself here, and I'm sharing a little bit of this with you, and hopefully maybe we've gotten to know each other just a wee bit better during this one. And thank you very much.